The story of Simple Song isn't a particularly simple story. The John F. Kennedy Center for Performing Arts was scheduled to open on September 8, 1971. For the occasion, Jocelyn Kennedy Onassis commissioned Leonard Bernstein to write a piece for the opening gala. During the 1960s and 1970s, young people challenged and questioned authority. As they experienced a breakdown in trust, the U.S. was divided over the Vietnam War, the draft, the massive casualties and atrocities, the Kent State shootings, the imprisonment of conscientious objectors and activists. And all this and more created a disillusioned youth culture that wanted a trustworthy government that could reflect their values. Among their demands were peace and an end to the war. Bernstein's commissioned musical play reflected those demands and the resulting turbulence. In his play, titled Mass, he creates those tensions by challenging authority. The challenge is further supported by exposing the contradictions of divine authority and questioning religion's relevance to contemporary life. In the end, the work ultimately serves as a reaffirmation of faith and hope for universal peace. This was also a time when religious rock musicals were popular. Again, Bernstein, wanting to reflect the times and give young adults their voice, used the structure of the Catholic Mass as his template. However, the script was not that of a traditional play. What Bernstein had written was a huge and enormously complex production that was actually impossible for him to manage by himself. So here he was, just 6 months away from the opening of this incredibly prestigious event, and the play was not coming together. Worse yet, try as he did, he could not find the right collaborator to help him put all these pieces together to complete the commission. Well, it just so happened that Bernstein's younger sister, Shirley, was a theatrical agent and was very much aware of Big Brother's predicament. She also knew that one of her clients would be the perfect collaborator for her Big Brother needed. That client was a 23-year-old composer and lyricist, Stephen Schwartz, whose religious rock musical Godspell had just had a tremendously successful opening in May. The timing was perfect. When Shirley Bernstein introduced the two writers, they hit it off and immediately set to work. From that point on, all the bits and pieces of Mass quickly started to come together into a very cohesive whole. Rather than a classic stage production format, Bernstein's Mass was a fully staged dramatic pageant. Schwartz wrote Simple Song and centered the whole organizing principle of the story all around it. He then wrote additional lyrics, sacred and secular texts, and whatever else was needed to complete the work. Get it into the rehearsals and get it done in time for the performance. So on the night of September 8, 1971, the premier audience at the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts saw the completed Mass, which was comprised of about 200 performers. The pageant piece included singers, players, actors, dancers, a boy chorus, as well as a rock and blues singers. There were 2 types of organs. Part of the orchestra was in the pit, the other part was up on the stage. And the marching band played through the audience. It was very much a pageant, a musical, and a theatrical experience. At the time, some critics wondered if it was Bernstein's best work or his worst. But at best or worst, on such a stressfully tight deadline, the Bernstein and Schwartz collaboration pulled off a near miracle getting it done. At the beginning of the show, the context of Simple Song is that of the celebrant conducting the service. Simple Song expresses the celebrant's simple and pure faith. But as the story progresses, of the enormity of all the world's human misery, corruptions, and trappings of human power make the celebrant's faith unsustainable. Experiencing a spiritual breakdown, the celebrant hurls his vestments to the floor. Now that catharsis was the release that opened the celebrant's heart and mind to reclaim the simple, pure faith that he had at the beginning of the ritual. That faith was expressed once again when simple song becomes the production's closing song. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed this very simple song that comes from a very complex production.